In 2022 in the northern United States, we see a group of friends meeting up for spring break. Hannah is in love with computers, while Clay is obsessed with smoking. Devin and Kayla are a couple. As they're talking, Drew's girlfriend Lexi shows up because she missed her plane and is trying to go with them. At first the friends are hesitant to let her come with them, but after a brief talk they let her in the car. In the car, Clay asks how many followers she has, to which she says that she passed 1 million just last week, while taking a picture of everyone. So she starts following everyone on Instagram. But she can't find Hannah, and Hannah says she doesn't have social media. Later we see them arriving at an AI smart house, which tells them to download an app before going inside the house. The app tells the AI everything about them, even their shoe size. On the app everyone accepts the AI, except Hannah. Later Drew is trying to get in but the house has no handle. Suddenly the house scans his eyes and lets them in. In the house the lights turn themselves on as they enter, making them surprised as the AI introduces itself as Margot. In the living room they see a swimming pool outside. While looking outside, 2 robot arms come out of the ground, and Margot tells them they are harmless as they make the group drinks. But Hannah doesn't want a drink as she's not a drinker, but the friends convince her to have a drink as Margot tells them to explore. Later we see Clay, doing Clay things. Meanwhile Lexi and Drew enter a room full of social media, which makes Lexi happy because Margot knows her so well. As Hannah is walking into a room the door closes on its own, as Margot says she wants to know Hannah better, asking her to download the app because she declined the AI, to which she says she left it in the car, and Margot asks what her favorite color is, and the walls start changing the color. So Hannah decides to touch it, seeing that it's some sort of liquid substance, and she tells Margot that she's going to find the others. In the living room they hear a loud scream and they go look, only to see that it's Lexi and she wants to go in the pool. So they go change and Drew asks Hannah to come swim with them. At the pool they are swimming and drinking. Later we see them at a campfire telling stories of how they met. Meanwhile Lexi is in the pool on 3 social media websites at the same time. While swimming a robot comes up behind her without her seeing. Suddenly she's pulled under the water making her scream for help, and the group hears her all the way at the campfire making them rush over. And Clay jumps in the pool saving her. Later we see Hannah entering a white room with Kayla. So Margot makes the room the bottom of the ocean and even a galaxy that they can interact with. And Kaylee takes Hannah to play Truth or Dare with the group. In the living room Clay asks Hannah Truth or Dare and she chooses Dare, to which he tells her to kiss Lexi and which she drinks skipping the dare, getting Lexi mad and she calls Hannah a Maslow and flavorless. Seeing this Margot makes a clone of Devin and Clay making them kiss. After Lexi passes out, Margot tells Clay that she has a surprise for him in his room, same with Devin and Kayla, making them go to their rooms, leaving Hannah and Drew alone. Meanwhile, Clay enters his room finding a let's just call it plants and dirt. And Devin can Clay find let's call it dog toys. And we see Kayla hand chafing Devin to the bed while on top of him kissing. As that goes on white liquid starts going into the room without them seeing. In the living room Drew and Hannah are chatting. Meanwhile Devin and Kayla are kissing, and Devin notices the ceiling coming down, and Lexi tries to find the key to no avail. And she falls off the bed getting stuck on the white liquid getting electrocuted to her demise. And Devin finally breaks the handcuffs from the wall getting stuck on the ground in the process. So Margot makes a joke that she wants to smash while smashing him on the ground. Meanwhile Drew and Hannah are talking while looking into each other's eyes. And they're about to kiss, so Hannah says it's getting late and they need sleep while walking away, leaving Drew alone. In the morning Hannah and Drew try to wake up Devin and Kayla but find their rooms locked, so Margot tells them they're outside at the pool. Which is weird because they usually always wake up late but they dismiss it as excitement. In the lunchroom, the others are eating, and Hannah looks out thinking it's weird that Devin has done so many laps without resting or breathing. And Lexi asks her to go work out, to which she agrees. Outside Hannah notices that Devin is still doing laps and she inquires about it but Lexi just thinks he just has a lot of stamina. So Hannah decides to go check on them but when she opens the door she doesn't find them. Meanwhile Drew is getting shaved by Margot's robots. And Lexi is getting ready for a cardio workout. As Hannah is entering the white room, she asks Margot what the room is, and Margot reveals that it's where her fansions are located. And Margot shows her pictures of her she found online without her knowing. So Hannah asks how many people have stayed at this house, to which Margot shows her pictures of thousands of people. Back at Clay as his, let's just say drinking water. So Margot turns on the gas, making the lighter explode as he's lighting his water on fire. After he gets up Margot makes him a glass of water, but as he takes it, a drop falls onto the metal melting it. And Lexi is doing cardio. The machine's seat starts going up. And at the same time Clay is drinking the acid, killing him in an instant. Lexi manages to escape but loses a fingernail in the process, making Hannah and Drew rush to her, and Drew goes to get her a bandage. While going, they find Clay spitting out blood, dying in front of them. And clones of Devin and Kayla show up in front of them, making them run away in fear. Running in Hannah's room, and she shows that she built a firewall in the room so Margot can't get in control of the room for the time being. And they have time to make a plane. After we see them leaving the room, and as they're going down the stairs, they run into a clone of Kayla and Devin, and Kayla tries to whip them, missing but hitting Lex's hair, cutting it in an instant. After a while of running, they manage to kill Devin's clone, getting away, but Lexi trips on her own hair, dying. And they make their way to the White Room. And after a while of walking, they manage to get in the controls of Margot. And she puts in the code, which starts taking over Margot. Later we see them running outside, but Margot's robots get them and put them on a chair. As Lexi's clone walks in, she tells them they're hard to kill, unlike their friends. And Drew manages to get out, untying Hannah, and they hag. And Hannah tells Margot she will never be human. So Margot agrees, killing Hannah, making Drew hold her with sadness. And Drew starts laughing. And Hannah, who has just been killed, walks in the room, making Margot scream loud enough to break the glass. And the robot enter Hannah's head, but white blood comes out, showing that it's a clone. And the same thing happens to Drew, as it too is a clone, as he walks in the room again. Meanwhile, the real Hannah and Drew are still in the controls waiting for the code to finish. And at that moment, all the clones of the group start showing up, fighting Margot. And the code finishes, making Drew and Hannah kiss before running away. Meanwhile, the clones win and kill Lexi's clone, which is controlled by Margot. Later we see Hannah holding Drew's hand while walking to the car, but Drew stops and becomes white liquid, revealing that the real Drew got killed. And the movie ends with Hannah going in the car, and Margot's voice says hi to her on the Bluetooth. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.